Mrs. Lab now needs to go and pick her all-time favorite bagged upright. It is going to be one of these four Kirby's, and for people who are very familiar with these older Kirby's, that is the G3 through the G6, if all of these Kirby's were in original condition, brush rolls, transmission speeds, of course they all have the square handle, you would realize that they all are really pretty much the exact same machine. They all drive the same way. The main differences between these four machines is pretty much the color scheme. So Mrs. Lab is now going to have to pick out from these four which one is her favorite from an aesthetic standpoint. So take it away, Mrs. Lab.
Okay. White is my least favorite.
Love that green cord, although originally it wouldn't be green. It is now.
Okay. The gray would be my least favorite.
All right. She's eliminated another one. Comes down to the 5 and the 6.
Okay. Between these two, I have to eliminate this guy.
The yellow. Da 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 da. We have a winner. We have a winner. There it is. So she has now picked the G5 as her all-time favorite Kirby, and she has now run Kirby's starting from the late 60s, of course not all of them, all the way up through a Avalier 1, and she has settled on, for a bagged machine, this lovely eggplant G5. So Mrs. Lab didn't remember nearly as well how these bagless systems pushed, so we're going to go and reevaluate them here quickly. Take it away.
Quickly, if I remember how to use them.
Yeah. No, that's how you push the handle down. I know, it's weird.
I do remember.
Yeah. Put another switch. There's another click. There you go. That's it. That's the ticket.
Okay. So I suppose put the one I want forward.
Sure, go ahead.
Alright, this is my.
Okay, so that one's your favorite, the DC65? You gotta push hard, yeah, click. Right.
That would be my choice over all four of them.
Okay, so now we're gonna check out the next four. Alright, here's the next round, and by the way, if you don't see any of my other bagless machines in here, it's because we already previously knocked them out of the running. So, here's the final four she's gonna try. Yeah, that one's a shorter cord. Yes, we know it has a replaced base, I guess. We're really just the top cover on that helix for like the millionth time.
Okay, and I would have to choose this Bissell here. Of the
Wow,
four.
the helix. Okay, so the helix is easiest to deal with in
Easier
this.
to push, and it wasn't as. I mean, the rest were too heavy for me and a little harder to push. So yeah, this
Isn't
one.
that something? So yes, replace top base cover, I guess, I suppose. All right, so that's it. Let's bring the two sub-winners together then. So from all my bagless systems down to these two, and what's so interesting about these two is both of these were curb finds. The Bissell was literally in our little subdivision, and the DC65 was in a subdivision that was across the street a few years ago. So I haven't had to do much to either one of these, except obviously for the helix, I did go and replace two brush roll bearings and one belt. So, Mrs. VacLab, what say ye?
Drum roll.
Brrr.
All right. Mrs. VacLab says, "Bye bye, Bissell."
Oh no.
And hello, winner.
That's right, DC65 ball. Yep.
It's the color.
Okay, that's it. Now, when I first got this machine, she hated it because she had a hard time figuring out how it drove. That ball technology and, you know, how you go and twist your wrist with everything, she really just wasn't into it. But now, several years later, she has warmed up to it. So the DC65, that actually wins our bagless category. We have one category left, and that would be the canister category. So Mrs. Lab has decided once again that she needs to go and rerun all these canister vacuums, or at least all the canister vacuums she's decided to rerun, so take it away. Yeah.
Come on.
Now for the hose swap. Right, newer power nozzle.
Goodness. There we go.
Oh, here, I'll come take care of that one for you. Now you move on to the next one.
Cord. Oh, wrong way.
All right, last one of this forple. Okay, so drag the one, here, I'll grab that one. Drag the one to the center of the carpet that wins this round. Ah, okay. So E2 gold with this power nozzle right here. All right. So I thought maybe she would even like the D4C SE PE nozzle a little bit better, but that's not the case. Wow. Okay. So let's move on to our next round of canisters. Okay, here we go with the second round of 4 canisters, and do you have any idea how long it takes to set up to do all this? All right, take it away, Mrs. Lab. Wait, I'll go ahead and disconnect the hose so it doesn't fall. Go on. It's not falling. So we have these last 2 canisters set at the respective power levels that we were using them, well, that she was using them on the carpet. So that's only fair. They are not set all the way up to maximum. That's really quiet, isn't it? All right, I'll come back there and get that. Oh, is it? You can park it. Yay, you can park it.
I know how to park.
Yeah.
Just gonna scooch.
She remembered how to park it. There you go. Yeah,
Oh,
pull up. Yeah, that's
slide
it.
up. I was like,
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Hey, that's it. You got it.
pushing up wasn't going anywhere. Whoosh. Oh,
Yep. Well, the power nozzle is actually running.
park it.
The hose mess, the spaghetti of hoses. So, gee, what a surprise. So this is a machine that has been in, well, she's seen this since the late 1980s when we met in Los Angeles, and I've had this machine personally since 1987. But this machine has been a family machine that was purchased new since 1980. So we both have had a lot of experience with this machine over the last several decades. So it comes down to these 2 for Mrs. Lab. Yeah, I'm well aware the one on the left is bagged and the one on the right is bagless, but we're not actually comparing bagged and bagless canisters, we're just comparing canisters themselves. So take it away, Mrs. Lab. It comes down to these 2 finalists. Obviously, very different machines and very different ages. And she wants to do a head-to-head, a real quick head-to-head. All right, 1 down, 1 to go. Excitement builds. Okie dokie.
Oh, wow. Drum roll. Okay. These were my two choices. I'm going to go with the Electrolux.
Oh, now of course people are going to say, well, that's the one that's been around forever. So please inform the viewers why you picked this over so many other canisters, not only just the rainbow. What makes it so special? Is it just familiarity?
Familiarity, yes. Also, I think this is probably going to, in the end, is easier to pull and stuff behind me than that one is. This one, the nozzle kind of hops a little on the carpet. Maybe it's just the way I pull it, but overall, the handling is, I like the way the Electrolux feels in my hand.
Ah, okay, all right. So drivability ends up winning out, and doesn't really make any difference whether or not it's bagged or bagless. Oh, all right. So we've done these three categories. So let's bring all three winners back together in one spot. So here we are, finally, after 20 formalized Mrs. VacLab whole house carpet cleaning sessions. On the left, for her favorite canister, is a canister that she has known for many decades. Some people might be screaming in the background, favoritism, favoritism. And maybe that's the case, but that's her choice. It's her series. And then the one in the middle staring you straight in the face is that G5, and that's the winner for the bagged upright category. And you know I've got a lot of bagged uprights. And then over on the right, I was a little surprised, but not completely surprised, that she picked my, I was going to say my newest bagless upright, and it is, but we did actually compare Thomas's newer Bissell, that Clean View. So I guess I really can say in my collection, not one that's borrowed or on temporary loan, that the Dyson DC65 wins the bagless upright category. So any closing thoughts, Mrs. VacLab?
Well, it's been fun.
It has.
I've learned how to use every vacuum in this house. Now the question will be, now that I'm all done, is will Mr. VacLab remember how to use a vacuum cleaner come Wednesday?
Yes, I haven't been vacuuming in months. I wonder how you hook these things up. Crazy.
Perhaps I'll video him vacuuming. Haha.
Oh, that's it. She's never been behind the camera, so I mean, maybe you'd have kind of weird shots, like, I don't know, maybe something like this. Woo. So let's see. This wasn't really planned, but if you had to pick just one.
Oh, it never ends with you, Mr.
Yeah, I know.
VacLab.
So we've condensed everything down to 3, right? Now you've got to pick just one. And that one has to do, well, everything that you can do. Bare floors, carpets, and our cars. And all these machines have all the proper attachments to do all of that. I'm not going to count the Kirby's ability to do a dry shampoo. That's not fair. That's kind of a specialty thing. But for doing carpets, in our case, that's medium pile flow-through carpet, doing the bare floors, and doing the cars. So you have to pick just one. This wasn't planned, by the way, so I put her on the spot.
Oh, good grief. Oh my. Well, since you all know canisters are not my favorite, the Electrolux definitely is not going to be my option. So we're back to now just these two here. I do like both of them, kind of for different reasons, but if I had to pick just one to do everything, I'm going to have to go with the eggplant Kirby.
How about that? Now, was that a surprise? Maybe it wasn't a surprise. Maybe it was a surprise. So look at that. Flexibility, the ability to do a whole bunch of different things, and it's not a new Kirby either. It's an old one from the 90s. Wow, isn't that amazing? Okay, so everybody say, well, everybody wave bye-bye to Mrs. Lab, because I don't know how many more videos you're going to see her, you know, popping up in them, because, well, we've done all I think we can do.
Unless he has me tear down a vacuum and take all the parts out and put them back together.
Yeah.
He knows I'm good with the screwdriver.
Oh no, yeah, okay, I can see that. Mrs. VacLab refurbishment. Oh boy, that would be something really special. No, I don't think that'll happen. But
stay tuned. You just never know what he'll come up with.
okay. Thanks for watching, everybody, over this long period of time, and stay tuned for all sorts of new videos.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.